A great nation must protect its manufacturing.
America is building again, but not the America the world remembers. This time, it's not about a single skyscraper, not about one city, and not even about one industry. What's happening right now across the United States is a quiet construction of a new national future. Ports are being reinvented, cities are being reshaped, factories are returning at a scale not seen in half a century. Deserts are turning into energy hubs, and entire transportation systems are being rewritten. And most people have no idea how massive this transformation really is. For decades, the United States outsourced its manufacturing, neglected its infrastructure, and watched its cities age. Then came a shock to the system. Global supply chains collapsed, geopolitics changed, energy security became survival. Technology accelerated faster than governments could react, and suddenly, America made a decision that will define the rest of the century. Instead of managing decline, it chose reinvention. Across the country, the largest infrastructure investment program in modern American history is unfolding in real time. Trillions of dollars are being directed into roads, bridges, tunnels, ports, power grids, chip factories, rail corridors, clean energy zones, and entire industrial ecosystems that did not exist before. This is not a single project. This is a nationwide reboot. In the deserts of the Southwest, vast clean energy zones are emerging where sunlight is converted into electricity at a continental scale. Solar fields now stretch beyond the horizon. Battery storage facilities the size of small cities are being deployed to stabilize energy around the clock. Wind corridors across the Midwest are turning agricultural states into power exporters. What was once dismissed as experimental is becoming the backbone of America's future energy economy. At the same time, deep inside former industrial regions, something historic is happening. Semiconductor manufacturing is returning to American soil. Entire chip cities are being built from the ground up. These are not simple factories. They are ecosystems of ultra-clean fabrication plants, research labs, housing districts, logistics hubs, and university partnerships. Each one costs tens of billions of dollars and employs thousands of highly skilled workers. This is the most aggressive reshoring of strategic industry the United States has attempted since World War II. On the East Coast and West Coast, American ports are transforming into automated mega terminals. Artificial intelligence is now managing cargo flows. Robotic cranes load ships with near-perfect precision. Deep water expansions allow the world's largest vessels to dock directly at U.S. shores. These ports are not just for trade, they are military, economic, and technological choke points of the future global system. Then, there are the cities being rewritten from above and below. New York continues its vertical expansion through private mega-districts built over active rail yards. Miami is reshaping its coastline with climate-resilient urban engineering designed to survive sea level rise. Los Angeles is drilling transit tunnels, expanding underground rail networks, and reconfiguring its entire movement system for a post-car era. Texas is building logistics mega-regions, where highways, rail, ports, and manufacturing converge into continental supply nodes. But perhaps the most surprising transformation is happening where few expected it, in America's heartland. States once known for farming and heavy industry are becoming technology and manufacturing powerhouses. Ohio, Indiana, Tennessee, Arizona, and Texas are now attracting the largest industrial investments in North America. Electric vehicle factories, battery gigaplants, aerospace manufacturing zones, and robotics production corridors are turning these regions into the new industrial spine of the United States. This shift is not random. it is strategic. America is repositioning itself for a world where supply chains are no longer trusted across oceans, where energy must be locally secured, and where technological dominance defines global power. The old economic map of the world is being redrawn, and America is trying to anchor itself at the center of it again. One of the most ambitious transformations is happening in transportation. High-speed rail, once considered politically impossible in the United States, is finally becoming real. Multi-state rail corridors are under construction, linking mega-regions that once took flights to travel between. Underground tunnel systems designed to move people at highway speeds without traffic are advancing beneath major cities. Cargo rail is being electrified. Ports are being directly linked to inland freight hubs through dedicated high-capacity corridors. The entire concept of distance in America is being compressed. At the same time, America is rebuilding its physical backbone. Thousands of aging bridges are being replaced. Entire highway systems are being elevated, rerouted, or climate fortified. Power grids are being modernized to withstand cyber threats and extreme weather. Water systems are being reconstructed to deal with drought, flooding, and population growth. These are not glamorous projects, but they determine whether the future even functions. Then there is the invisible megaproject most people overlook: data. Across the United States, massive data center regions are being built that rival the energy consumption of cities. These facilities power artificial intelligence, financial systems, defense networks, social platforms, and the entire digital economy. Fiber optic networks now crisscross the continent like a second nervous system. Space-based internet constellations connect rural America at speeds once reserved for global capitals. The country is not just rebuilding physically, it is becoming one of the most network-dense nations in human history. And above all of this floats a silent race happening in orbit. America is building the largest space launch ecosystem ever assembled. Private companies now operate rocket factories, satellite fleets, lunar programs, asteroid tracking systems, and orbital logistics plans that barely existed 20 years ago. Entire coastal regions are transforming into spaceports. The United States is preparing for an economy that does not end at Earth's atmosphere. What makes this moment so powerful is not just the scale, it's the direction. For the first time in decades, American infrastructure, manufacturing, energy, and technology are being aligned toward a single long-term objective: national resilience in a fractured world. The country is no longer building just for comfort or expansion. It is building for survival, independence, and strategic dominance. Yet, none of this is without risk. These megaprojects come with massive financial burdens. They face labor shortages. They collide with environmental concerns. They reshape communities at speeds many people struggle to absorb. Every tunnel drilled beneath a city displaces memory. Every new factory redefines a local economy. Every automated port removes old jobs while creating new ones that require different skills entirely. America is not just changing its skyline, it is changing the shape of its workforce, the geography of opportunity, and the future of social mobility. Entire generations will grow up inside cities, networks, and industries that did not exist when their parents were born. This is why these megaprojects matter far beyond concrete and steel. They decide where people will live, what skills will be valuable, which regions will prosper, which will decline. They determine whether America remains a manufacturing power or becomes permanently dependent. They decide whether energy becomes a weapon or a shield. They determine whether the digital economy remains centralized or spreads across the nation. From the outside, it may look like scattered construction projects. From above, It looks like America is quietly rebuilding its nervous system, road by road, chip by chip, wire by wire, and factory by factory. And the most astonishing part is this: we are still only in the early phase. The next 10 to 15 years will determine whether this transformation succeeds or collapses under its own weight. The infrastructure being laid now will carry the American economy into the 2040s and 2050s. The decisions made today will decide whether future Americans inherit a resilient super network or a half-finished experiment. This is not just a story of buildings and machines. This is the story of a nation attempting one of the largest internal transformations in modern history, while the world watches, competes, and adapts. America is not just rebuilding. America is repositioning. And what is being constructed right now will shape the global balance of power for generations.